What's happening, everybody? It's your man Dame D NYDC. Two mics up. It's Friday. You know what we do on Fridays is that business corner. And look, I'm not even going to even lie to y'all today. The excitement is so thick. You can't even cut this with a knife. When I say that, what I mean is, look, I'm repping my family today. Got my lovely, my extraordinary, beautiful baby cousin gonna be joining us today on the other mic, and we're gonna talk about travel. Now I know a lot of y'all out there love to get your travel game on, like to enjoy some vacations, some time to yourself, maybe with the family, maybe solo. Well, my baby cousin, man, she gonna bring it. She gonna go ahead and give you all the information. You can grab, some travel opportunities, and most importantly, I want you to go out and support her business. And yes, some of y'all might be shaking your head. Yeah, this is nepotism. Yes, it is. I'm allowed to do that, and I'm proud to do that. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the other mic today, my wonderful cousin Jovoni Williams. Jojo, what's happening? How you doing today?
Hey, because I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for letting me hop on your platform. You know, I miss you. I love you. You know, I appreciate y'all.
Well, look, this right here is beyond love and affection, and all of those bloodlines that we carry. But you're really doing some amazing things. I've watched you, obviously, grow. And we've had some separation in our lives. Lives happen. But you've grown
Mhm.
into this amazing woman. And before we even dive into your business that you're actually working on, I want you, if you could, just take a moment and
Mhm.
let our audience know, like, who is Jovoni Williams, the person? What does she like to do when she's not working, putting in that business hat and different things? What does she like to do in her quiet time and her downtime?
Okay, so who I am, of course, like Dame said, he's my cousin. I grew up in New Jersey. My mom and dad, I have, I'm a mom. I have three sons. They're 20, 18, and 6. So I'm super busy with them.
Wow. Wow.
I work full time. I'm running my business. I also, a couple years, co authored a book.
Ooh.
I'm prior military. So I was in the military for almost 12 years. So I'm a veteran. I just love helping people. I love giving back. I love to have fun. I love to travel. Every once in a while, have a glass of wine and sit back and kick it with my girls. That is me.
I love it. I love it. And, one, I cannot go any further without saying thank you for your service, and everything that you and our veterans have done to allow us to be here in this safe space and to do the things that we're doing, whether it be podcasting or starting your own business, as you mentioned. And I'm curious, Giovanni, like when we first talked and catching up, I was actually surprised, or well, I wasn't aware, that you had actually started, getting into the travel industry. So, what was it that I guess motivated you, to want to become, a Planet Marketing, IntelliTravel type representative and start your own business venture, in travel?
So, because honestly, I never saw myself as a business owner. I
Okay.
never saw that path in life. So, for me, it was like just growing up, like, my dad always said there's something bigger. You
Mm.
always got to keep going. You always got to keep moving. So, when I left from home, went to college for a little bit, was in the military, in the back of my mind, I still had there's more for you to do, right?
Right.
So, of course, lives, things happen. I had my kids. Then my dad passed away, more family issues. Then I found myself face to face. My youngest son, he was born with some medical conditions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just was looking for something and I was like, okay, I need to get away. I want to create those memories with my kids, like the memories that, my dad had back in
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Place with the cookouts and the
Yeah.
all that, those great
Yes.
family moments.
Right.
And I was like, I need something. I know it's more out there, and honestly, this opportunity fell in my lap
Mm.
because it matched my passion. It matched my ability to travel. It matched my, wanting to make memories with my kids and see the world. I was like, I'm in. I was like, what?
Mm.
And I can make some money. I was like,
I
let's
know
get
that's right. I
it.
know that's right. I know that's right. So, So what is it really like? It's like for those of us who are not really familiar, some may, maybe the more diehard, travelers. But what is, Planet Marketing and Teletravel really like? Is this a global, organization? Is it something that, you have, are there different aspects that if someone's watching who may be interested, like, are there different types of services or different aspects that someone may be able to go ahead and reach out to you and, find out more information? And if so, can you kind of share with us some of the different breakdowns of services or areas that people can, you know, look to join and start up their own travel business?
Absolutely. So, Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel is an exclusive partnership. So, the only way to get to be an IntelliTravel travel agent is to go through a Planet Marketing representative.
Okay.
So, I help people start their travel businesses with IntelliTravel. So, to start your business, all you have to do is reach out with me. I would coach you, mentor you, show you the tools, the tips, the tricks, walk you step by step, hand in hand on how I've been able to save and make money, pay my oldest son's first year of college cash just
Okay.
by what I'm doing in the
Ooh.
travel industry. And that's really my passion. When I saw how much I could make and then give back and help other people, it was a game changer for me. So really the way people can get started is just reach out to me. I'll sit down, make up a game plan. It's really just living your life,
Mm.
traveling, helping other people. If you love to book travel, you can absolutely do that. I can show you how to partner, how to book through all those major vendors, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Marriott,
Right.
whatever it is you want to do in the travel industry. I help you find your niche. I sit down and I coach and mentor people. What
Wow.
is it that you want to do? And I help you get that plan in order.
Yeah, that's really dope. And
Right.
on the flip side, then I want to ask, because obviously the real part is, building relationships, right, with clients.
Absolutely.
And I'm curious for you, in your experience and in doing this now, like, are there any strategies or tips that you can share that maybe you use to employ, ways to build relationships? Because really, that's, you want to have that returning, client,
Exactly.
and and to make sure that their needs are really being met effectively. So can you kind of talk, or maybe any tips or strategies that maybe you use
Yeah.
to kind of build those
So for
relationships?
me, like I'm a people person anyway. And I'm like, I
Okay.
want you to be comfortable with me and I want to be comfortable with you. So what I do is any client that comes to me, let's sit down and have a conversation. I want to know what your kids' names, their ages. If you love wine like me, we're gonna send you to the best wineries. If you love golf, I'm gonna find the best golf courses. If you like the beach, I'm about to find some white sandy beaches for you to put your toes in because
Okay.
I want you to have that great experience with your family.
Mm.
So it's like I want us to be on that same page and just have that relationship. So, if I find a great resort, hey, I know you and your family, you got a 6-year-old, like I got a 6-year-old. Look, let me tell you what I saw.
That's what's up.
So yeah, so it's really for me, it's just really that authentic relationship. And that's really what I love because like I was saying initially, I'm a people person. I love helping. So when I know I'm
Right.
giving that service and that memory to you and your family, it's like I have some customers and clients. It's like we're family now. It's like I know
Wow.
I've seen the kids grow. I done, seen the wedding pictures. I done,
That's
so
right.
it's just those relationships.
Giovanni, I mean, I'm listening because you say, you're a giver. And I want to take a pause for a second because, giving to others really takes a lot. Takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of foresight, because you're really giving and pouring in to others. And
Mhm.
I just have to ask, like, who or what is it that you do or use to really help pour back into you? Because you are a person too. You
Mhm.
have life challenges, and like I say, and I know, and I'm asking too because I'm a giver, and sometimes it's just
Mhm.
good to find out, like, how do you get your cup, refilled in those questionable moments and those trying times that you just really need that, refill to kind of keep you going.
To be honest, cuz I travel. I book a trip. I go to like I'll find me a nice resort with a nice spa where I know they're gonna give me a glass of champagne. I can just sit. Like so for me, I just like to take those moments and just I reflect, I
Mm,
pray, I read.
mm,
I just need that quiet time because sometimes just to settle your mind and to
right.
get in that space where you can just relax and
Yeah.
not have to talk for a minute, not
Yeah.
have to. And for me, it's just looking at a beautiful beach or an ocean. It just reminds
Mm,
me of just the gratefulness and how I'm
yeah.
just so, grateful to be in a position that I'm in. And that
Right.
really helps me to refill.
Mm.
And then honestly, my team, I have an amazing team. So it's like when they
Okay.
see me, they were like, girl, you need a trip. And
Yeah,
somebody
you need a
sent me a
moment.
bottle of wine or something. I was like, you
Yeah.
knew.
I love it. So then, I wanted to transfer then, like, so you're refilled and you're back, you know, and now doing this, and you've been doing it for a minute, like, and your
Mhm.
experience then now, um, and I don't know if you have or not, but for you, what really sets IntelliTravel apart then from some of the other travel agencies or travel companies that are out there in the industry?
So, little history, IntelliTravel is the originator of home-based travel businesses.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, if anybody else did it, they did it after IntelliTravel. They've been in business for
Okay.
over 30 years.
Okay.
So we took it back, instead of going to AAA back in the day, the founder and CEO of IntelliTravel was the one fighting in Congress to make sure we had the opportunity to be at home doing this business.
Wow.
So and I was
Okay.
like, okay, so that's
Okay.
number one. I was like, okay,
Okay.
they're the
Right.
innovators.
Right.
And then they already have those set relationships with all of the vendors. So I didn't have to do any of that. I didn't have to
Mm.
pay for any additional certifications. I didn't have to pay for any additional training. They already had it set up. So when
Okay.
I started my business, it was like everything was already in place at my fingertips. I just had to give myself the time and opportunity to learn it.
Right.
It was already there for me and I didn't have to pay anything extra. So
Wow.
what I found a lot of other travel businesses, it's like you have to, go take these certifications. You got to go to these different, everything was at my own pace. I could do it at home. And I started
Wow.
during COVID.
Okay.
So everybody was at home. So I was like,
Right.
hey, I'm gonna go get certified and all these things. So I'm a certified Orlando specialist, Bahama
Wow.
specialist.
Okay.
So that's what I was like. I just went and did these trainings and I was like, hey,
Mhm.
it's free. I was like, why not?
Wow.
I'm not, instead of watching, all these reality TV shows, I'm gonna watch something that's gonna make me some money.
Money. I know that's right. Get that bag. I know that's right.
Right.
Wow. So then let me ask you this on the flip side. So then really, um, how have you found that really has helped you benefit uh and help benefit your clients too and your customers, with that added training and being able to do it and build on it at your own pace. Like what has been, like, I guess, the added benefit for both you and then to be able to share and sell with your clients?
So because of that partnership that IntelliTravel has in the industry, like there's certain like vendors have certain rooms and stuff set aside just because of that partnership for IntelliTravel. So we have,
Okay.
like kind of carte blanche at a
Mm.
lot of, different resorts. So they'll have property set aside just for IntelliTravel. So if my
Wow.
customer is trying to find something that they can't find, it's like, wait, let me call the vendor. Let me see, just because of that relationship with IntelliTravel.
Mm-hmm.
And then knowing we have like all of the customer service and support 24 hours, 365. So if the person, say for example, they're out and about, they can't reach me, they have IntelliTravel
Oh
customer
wow.
service. I'm gonna set them up with the customer service to
Gotcha.
those resorts, make sure they have everything, readily available for them.
Right. I love that. I love that. So then it makes me want to ask too then, because it sounds like what can a day look like for you, like when you're dealing, let's say I'm a new client and I'm trying to get in to St. Thomas, and I'm trying to get in to I think they have a Westin there, I believe. It's been a while, but and I'm trying to get in, and you're working with me. Like, what does a typical interaction look like? Because I think it's really important for people to really know. I love the fact you're giving, sounds like white glove service, but then there's a
Mhm.
whole network and a waterfall that people can go through. And that's really key, especially when it comes to travel, especially when sometimes you're spending that high-end dollar.
Mhm.
I don't want to be dealing with nobody that I got to be chasing, running around, and I can't get no
Right.
answers, no access. So what is like a typical I guess booking look like for you when you're dealing with the client?
So for me, like I said, initially, any new client, I'm gonna sit down with you. We're gonna have a conversation first, so I can make sure you're comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with you. We can have that communication, right?
Okay.
So that's the first piece. Then after that, if you say, okay, Jovoni, I'm comfortable. I'm gonna ask you, are you deposit ready? Because if I look up something today and you want to go in 6 months, that price might change, and I'm gonna be very upfront and tell you and transparent and say, hey, if you're not deposit ready, then maybe we need to wait a little bit, because once I get going, I want to get you the best price.
Right.
So I'm going to send you some forms. I'm going to say, get your whole travel profile. We're going to sit down. What airline do you like? Do you like window seats? Do you like aisle seats? What are your preferences? I'm going to ask you what your budget is. So I'm going to send you this whole form. And at the bottom, it's going to say, okay, when, of course, your travel dates, all that good stuff.
Right.
And then once you send that back to me, I'm going to say, okay, within, depending if you send it to me Friday or when you leaving, give me 72 hours. Let me look up a few things, and I'll send you back some emails that meet your criteria, and we'll kind of go from there.
Okay. I love it. Look,
so
you can't go. I like the part you said about travel ready, because I think that part a lot of us don't understand.
Right.
From your end, your goal is to get us booked and ready to go. This is not a call and inquire, and then we're not ready, because then that's really wasting your time and everybody else's time. And I think that's a very good point that I want to stress to people. Think about that when you're dealing with a travel agent or someone like Jovoni, and whether it be her or anyone else. When you're doing this here, be travel ready, have all them ducks in a row, and get it pushing. I love that.
And that's what, I also, at the same time, for me, I'm all about empowering people at the same time. So even as I'm booking your travel, like I'm building a relationship, and I have a couple of customers. I'm like, hey, you pretty sharp. Okay. I can show you how to do what I'm doing, because I'm getting ready to make like $1,000 from this booking. If I walk with you step by step and show you how I'm gonna do this, I would rather teach you how to fish than to feed your family.
Okay.
So then, if the person like, no, okay, I'm just letting you know, I'll take this 1,000.
Right.
But I would prefer if I show you, like, we've got a bond or some type of communication. And if I see, you know what I mean? Like, if I know you could use it, why would I be selfish and not give you that opportunity? If they say, no, all right, I'm going to book it then. But please don't, on the back end, when you see me with that new bag,
don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Tried to give it to you. Tried to let you have it. Hey, that's a giver for you right there. And that's one of those keys, though. And I think people have to be receptive and open, though. Like, it goes to what you said, though. Every person is different, right? And some people are sharp enough and are quick enough to understand, let me go ahead and work and learn this skill from someone, so that they can now, like you said, improve themselves, save themselves a couple of dollars. They can now go get that bag, brand new shoes, whatever it's going to be. And it really costs them nothing but just listening and just following along and talking. But I love that you're that open and honest to share that with others. That's huge.
Right. It's all about transparency. I mean, to be honest, it's like, if you can't have a transparent conversation, when I know, like I said, my first year in this business, all the money that I saved, I reinvested and paid my oldest son's college tuition cash.
That's huge.
When I tell people, I'm like, hey, let me show you how to do this. Take some bills off your table. If you know you and your family going to spend $8,000 a year on travel, it only makes sense to turn it into a business, get a 1099. Let me show you how to do. And that's what I said. I love helping people and coaching and mentoring. I'll book you a trip, but I would prefer to show you how to help your family at the end of the day.
That's huge. Look here, ladies and gentlemen, y'all getting some juice right here. If you are that type of individual that's looking and interested in learning, here's a resource for you. Jovoni is here as a resource. And look, you never know. You can team up, man. Get on that team. Make that money together. Yeah.
Our team is like the top team in the industry right now. I'm just saying, so get with
that winner. Get with that winner. Let's call it what it is. Get with that winner. I'm not mad at you, cuz I'm not mad. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to take a short pause for the cause. I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors for allowing us to sit here and have this amazing conversation with Jovoni. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fresh out the break, we back. Man, we doing this travel game here. Look, this is my cousin. Yeah, I said I'm gonna say it again. Yes, it's my cousin. This is how we doing. But she's been dropping, yo, for real. Like she's been dropping some gems and really helping push the envelope for a lot of people. If you are interested in travel, again, I am saying it, but I'm not saying it but this is about travel. And if you're really trying to learn the game, she is really giving a lot of information today, and she's also willing to give it to you if you're interested. So make sure, before we close out, we'll make sure we drop her information. But reach out to Jovoni and get yourself set up if this is really what you like to do. And you had talked about, all of the things and how you give, Jovoni. And travel, like any other industry, though, has probably a lot of constant change, right? Throughout the industry. Now, how do you, find yourself out? What do you go through to kind of stay current on the latest trends in the travel industry to best serve your clients?
So IntelliTravel is really good. They send out a lot of like notifications if there's a new vendor or a new resort or something new that comes out. So I'm always about taking advantage of, going out to see those properties, and I'm going to take my family so I can experience that, make those memories with my family, and then I can go back and better explain it to my customer. Because I'm like, there's no other, the best example is, me telling you my experience. So as a mom with a small kid, I could say, hey, you might want to pack X, Y, and Z if you're going to go to this resort. If you travel through this airport, you might want to do this. Or, so I just want to experience it so I can better explain it to my customer. So for me, I like to, firsthand, of course, know about it. But like I said, in IntelliTravel, whenever they have anything new, they always going to offer you a training. They always let us know like beforehand because of those relationships that they built. So I educate myself. If it's something I'm like, oh, I have a few clients that I know might like this, then I'm like, okay, let me set up some time to go, instead of going to one of the beaches over here in Florida, let me go check out Cancun, that new resort. They got a kids club. Let me check it.
Wow. I mean, that's got to be pretty dope, though, because there's nothing that beats firsthand experience, firsthand knowledge. And that has to be pretty dope. And I'm curious then, because, I mean, obviously, it sounds like there are some great perks, for you. But I'm curious to know, like, what has been so far, like, the most rewarding aspect, as working as a rep, with IntelliTravel, like for you, what's been the most rewarding thing?
So for me, like IntelliTravel is the icing on the cake, right? But for me, I truly love that PlanNet Marketing allows me to help people. And it's allowed me to even position my son and start his business in the travel industry. So as he's in school, he can do those things with his friends. So really, I love just seeing people grow. I love seeing people start their businesses when they didn't even know starting a business was an opportunity. I love just seeing the growth in our community, in the people. That's really what I love. So what PlanNet has put out there for everybody, that's what I love. I'm like, travel it's gonna be there. I'm gonna enjoy some travel. But like just seeing people, I'm like, that does something to my heart. That really does.
I love that. So your son, you say he's in school and
Yes.
he's doing his own thing with the travel game. So how's that been for him? How's that working out for him? I love it. I love this.
So, I mean, we all know them teenagers, they want to be in the streets.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, okay, you want to be in the streets? Well, you need to make it into a business. Your friends want to go to Cabo. Your friends want to go to Miami. Y'all gonna rent a car. Y'all want a room. You have your own business. Book it through yourself. let me show you how to reinvest your money. So now you can help pay your college tuition. You can save
Love
up.
it. Love it.
And I'm like, we're going to create that generational wealth in our family that, other
Mm,
people might not have. They might not have it, but we're going to
that's what
create
I'm
it
talking
here.
about. That's what I'm talking about. So how was he been on his in your eyes? Watching as a mom. I know he's proud, but what has it been like watching him start his entrepreneurial journey? And creating, like you said, that generational. What has that been like? Just watching it.
So for him, like my son, he goes to Florida Gulf Coast. So right now he's on partial scholarship for cheer. So they just came back from
Okay.
March Madness. So
Okay.
just
Okay.
watching him, he's like, oh, seeing the way the team they put him up, he's like, Ma, I could have got. I'm like, I know, son, I know you could have, you could have did something. I get it. So just watching and seeing how his perception of travel, his perception
Mm,
of money, his
right.
perception of entrepreneurship, and then the way he talks to his friends, and it's like, hey, you want to go home on spring break? Nah, come over here. Let me talk to you real
This is right.
quick.
Right. Let me talk to you real quick. Get this bag.
Right.
We got work to do. I love it.
Exactly. So, so he don't have to work that hard. Like he has I think he does like vitamin shop or something because they into their proteins and working out, but he don't have
Right.
to work that many hours because he has his business. So if he needs some money, he has it.
He got that fallback, and he can go ahead and continue to work on that and grow
Right.
from
At
that.
his own pace. It's nothing
That's
mandatory or required.
mm, mm.
Right.
I love that. So, oh man, that's just a whole lot of opportunity.
Right.
Really for anyone who's watching or listening, maybe stuck in a space and really don't know where to turn. This really is an opportunity. It's an at your own pace type of thing
Exactly.
that you can make residual funds and really grow from. Now, Jojo,
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask you. Like time really flies. We're having fun, and I mean, I'm just blown away just from your knowledge, your poise, your expertise. Is amazing. But as we're closing out and coming to the back end, like I want to allow you to take a few minutes because, like, is there anything that maybe I haven't asked or something that you want to share before we actually go?
Yeah, I would love to share just the heart of the founder of our company, right?
Mm,
So this company was started by our founder, Mr. Donald Bradley, and he started this company on his own dime. He was already a
mm,
millionaire.
okay.
He didn't go get it publicly traded. He funded it out of his own pocket because he wanted people like us to be able to experience entrepreneurship and bring additional income into their families. So if you think about it, an additional $200 or $500 in somebody's household, what can that take off the table? That can
Whew.
stop people's foreclosure,
Mm,
repossessions. That could put some food on the table.
you ain't never lied.
So, I mean, especially in this economy, just his
Yeah.
heart to start that, I was like, that to me, it was mind blowing.
Mm, that is
So I
huge.
was just so grateful for that opportunity and to know it's affordable and it's something that we can get into. I didn't have to get any, pre-certifications. I didn't have to go away to school or, you know, put my
That's huge.
car up for another loan or
Right.
so it was that I just wanted to share that the leadership and the founder of this company is absolutely phenomenal and I wouldn't change it for anything. Like I said, I never saw myself being an entrepreneur, but when I found this, I was like, let's run it
Wow.
up.
Yeah, I look. I'm not mad at it because I mean, it's self paced. It's real.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, it just really sounds you. I'm knowing you obviously, but like you say, you have the heart of gold, and you're very transparent. You're very relatable, and I think for those who really have those things, if you're watching or listening, if you find that you might have these skills, maybe this is something that you should pursue, or at least inquire about. Um,
Right.
because like you said, 200 an extra $200 a pay period,
Mhm.
$200 a week or $500 a pay period
Right. And you
can
can
go a
set
long way.
you
Mm,
can you can set that. And that's what I do. I sit down, I'm like, hey, how much time do you have? How much money do you want to make? Let's work
mm,
out a plan. I'm
mm,
gonna hold you accountable.
mm.
Like that's what I love. Like I said, that's what I love what I do. Because I just, when I see people, I'm like, oh, you reached your goal. Oh, you made an extra 500, you
Right,
made an extra 1,000. Oh, you was able to take your husband and do this. And I'm like, I love it.
right. No, it's true. And I mean that though, just hitting those little tick marks. And as you start watching those ticks kind of happen, you do get more excited, you do get more enthused, and you really become more involved. But I just love the fact that from what it sounds, and not being immersed myself, sounds very simple. And it's just really about your time and your pace. And
Exactly.
everybody's time and pace is different. So I mean, I love it. It equals the playing field, really. Is it
Exactly.
equals the
And
playing
it's
field.
like
No,
everybody is traveling. So it's like it only makes sense, especially if you're doing it.
right.
Bill Gates said if you're going to do it, you need to own it.
That's right. Hey, whoa, say that again. Whoa, say that again.
So that's what I'm like, if you want to travel, I'm gonna show you how to make money doing it. If you want somebody to book it for you, that's absolutely fine too. Like I said, no judgment, but it's just like you said, it totally evens the playing field and just offers
Hmm.
people different options when they didn't know they had options.
Wow, I couldn't have said it any better, cousin. I love you and I thank you for taking time out, of your busy schedule to sit here and really share your expertise. Continued success to you. And before we go, I want to allow you, is there any social media, website information, anything that you want to share? We'll make sure we put that in the show notes. We want everybody, please go out. And if you're a traveler, and you're looking for someone to help you, here's a resource. Jovoni Williams is a resource. If you're interested in starting your own travel business, here's Jovoni. She is your resource and connect. And we want to make sure we connect you and go out and support her and find out more for yourself. Jovoni, please, any website or social media you want to share, please go ahead and take a moment.
Sure, you can find me on Facebook. It's my first name, Yvonne. Last name is Williams, as it's on the screen. Or on Instagram, I am at on the go with underscore JO, all one word. And I'll make sure we put it in the notes. Just inbox me, reach out to me. Like I said, I just really want to pay it forward because I know it's bigger than me. And I know
Mm,
I have a purpose and a mission to help people. So if that's you, if you want help, I got you. I'm definitely here.
that's the pin in today's show, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it. We'll make sure we have it in the show notes. You check it out. I am inside. I am so warm and happy, warm and fuzzy. My baby cuz came out here, did her thing. You know, man, just go out support, check her out, and as we always do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Damon Cunningham. You can follow me, Dame DNYDC, across all social media, IG, Facebook, X. You can follow Two Mics Up as well on social media at Two Mics Up, IG, Facebook, X. Twitter, or I mean that Twitter thing, yeah, X, whatever. But if you're watching us here today on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down in the corner. Before you go, hit that bell on the way out the door so you can be notified about all the newest content coming to you from me here at Two Mics Up. Can't leave without saying season 6 of Mogul TV Global Network, man. We rocking on Monday nights. Celebrity talk show. We've transitioned, into a whole nother segment. We are now in 32 countries and counting, 1 million subscribers. Make sure you check me out Monday night. Check out the channel on your Amazon or Roku TV device, or you can watch it online at www.themoguls.tv. Remember, Fridays, we're here. Business Corner, 1 p.m. on our YouTube channel, my personal LinkedIn page, and on X. And I'm just going to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, do a couple of things like we always do when we close out each and every show. May you stay safe, stay blessed. Mike's out.